Thank you. Hey, give it up for Joel. Joel, for MC. You know what MC stands for, right? Master of Ceremonies. I understand Joel's studying for his doctorate in ceremonies. His thesis is, what's the proper wine to serve at a bris? If you don't know what a bris is, I'll give you a little tip. That's when the rabbi tells you that your son is just like you. He's a tip off the old cock. I hope you'll bear with me tonight. I'm trying some new material. I got this brand new cotton shirt today. When I opened the package, it had so many friggin' pins in it. I swear it was packed by some pissed off voodoo high priest. He's down there in Jamaica in some sweatshop going, stick it to the man, stick it to the man. Oh, damn, I forgot one. Some of you may recognize me from my appearances on TV and the big screen. I was on the Jumbotron at the Phillies game the other day. But I have been on TV. How many of you watch Cops? I was on Cops, the mall edition. Cops pulled over the vehicle, dragged me out, and cuffed me. I was joyriding on one of those electric handicap scooters. Talk about a slow-speed chase. Made OJ's chase look like the Fast and the Furious. What else? Been married, well, I'm celebrating an anniversary. Been married 32 years. No. Not to the same woman. Just kidding. I've been happily married to my wife for 32 years. I'm not sure her mother likes me, though. She told her the other day, if you had murdered him 32 years ago, you'd be out on parole by now. My wife was in Europe recently for 6 weeks, got a little lonely, so we thought we'd try phone sex. Well, besides the fact that the cell phone reception was terrible, I had a really embarrassing situation happen. I suffered premature discharge of my cell phone. My wife had a birthday the other day. Somebody asked me, did you take her someplace nice for her birthday? I said, yeah, I did. I took her to a nursing home. It's a really nice place. And it's about time she meet people that are older. Anyway, this isn't the first time I did stand up. I've done stand-up. The first time I did stand up was on our honeymoon. No lie. I read a report the other day that says erectile dysfunction is a growing problem. But, you know, there's no rise in cases of ED. I know what you're thinking, Jeff, keep it up. Well, I'm lucky. I don't need any of those ED drugs. Knock on wood. Anyway, these next jokes have a best when used by date on them, so let's get to them before they start to stink. How many of you seen these reports about these scary clowns that have been popping up all over the place? They're trying to lure kids into the woods. They caught one of these guys the other day. It's amazing. You know, he'd have gotten away, but it's incredibly hard to run those flopping clown shoes. Speaking of scary clowns running, the election's coming up. Yeah. Unfortunately, the election's starting to look like a fan. One side sucks, the other side blows. And I'm not sure that a party that's leading with its Johnson is going to make it either. Yeah, Aleppo is not a dog food. Anybody get robocalled? Must be getting robocalls. Come on, for the election. I got a robo survey the other day. It went like this. I decided to have a little fun with it. Press 1 if you're male, press 2 if you're female. 2. Press 1 if you're white, press 2 if you're African American, press 3 if you're Hispanic. 2. By the end of the call, I was a black female Jewish Marine. Yo, set the fizzle phone shizzle! And we'll Let's see. It's football season. Let's try a little experiment here. We are... God bless you. I knew there'd be at least one of you. You know what that is, don't you? You've heard of Pavlov's dog? That's Paterno's dog. The Olympics just ended. You know, the Olympics, there's so many great athletes, really incredible athletes. It's really hard to tell the really good ones from the great ones. You know, you gotta figure there's gotta be at least one guy who's not quite up to snuff with everybody. Think about this. 200-meter race, the American and the Kenyan are neck and neck, and the Mexican's still tying his track shoes. You know, I'm watching the swimming competition, I'm expecting to find a guy that's at least a lap behind, right? Then somebody reminded me, now that's why they have preliminaries, to weed out the Jamaicans. I'd have said the Cubans, but they've been swimming in the United States for years. Here's a news flash. Abe Vigoda really is dead. How many of you have seen the movie Sully? About the plane that landed on the Hudson, right? And the pilot almost had his reputation ruined. You ever heard the term sully your reputation? It means to ruin or soil your reputation. I'm pretty sure that his reputation wasn't the only thing he soiled that day. Yeah, it's a good thing I wore the brown pants. Keep that image in your mind when you go see the movie. I'm in a really bad place in my life. Camden. Somebody posted on Facebook the other day, something that's been draining your life is about to dry up and lose control over your life. I'm like, what? My God, my bladder? I talked to my son the other day about his future, you know. He said he'd like to have a career in homicide. Excuse me, in homicide. I'm not sure if he meant solving them or committing them. Good friend of mine, unfortunately, was diagnosed the other day with Parkinson's. He's a bartender. That's really tragic. But he makes a hell of a cocktail. I asked him if it was okay to tell that joke. Yeah, we're good. Let me leave you with this. I have to apologize. I'm really off my game tonight. I lost my mother this week. Yeah, we were at the mall together racing electric scooters. She blew a tire. We ended up finding her in a rack full of furs at Nordstrom's. But at least she went out in style. Thank you very much. I'm Jeff Oates.